Hare Krishna. We'll read Shloka 3.41. Tasmat tvam indriyanadau niyamya bharatarshava papmanam prajahiyenam jnana vijnana nashanam. Word to word meaning. Tasmat, therefore, tvam, you, indriyani, senses, adau, in the beginning, niyamya, by regulating, bharatarshava, O chief among the descendant of Bharata, papmanam, the great symbol of sin, prajahi, curb, he, certainly, enam, this, jnana, of knowledge, vijnana, and scientific knowledge of the pure soul, nashanam, the destroyer. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation. Therefore, O Arjuna, best of the Bharatas, in the very beginning, curb this great symbol of sin, lust, by regulating the senses, and slay this destroyer of knowledge and self-realization. Repeat after me. Therefore, O Arjuna, best of Bharatas, in the very beginning, curb this great symbol of sin, lust, by regulating the senses, and slay this destroyer of knowledge and self-realization. Purport. The Lord advised Arjuna to regulate the senses from the very beginning so that he could curb the greatest sinful enemy, lust, which destroys the urge for self-realization and specific knowledge of the self. Jnana refers to knowledge of self as distinguished from non-self, or in other words, knowledge that the spirit soul is not the body. Vijnana refers to specific knowledge of the spirit soul's constitutional position and his relationship to the Supreme Soul. It is explained thus in the Srimad Bhagavatam 2.9.31. Jnanam param guhyam me yad vijnana samanvitam sa rahasyam tad angani cha grahana gaditam maya. The knowledge of the self and Supreme Self is very confidential and mysterious, but such knowledge and specific realization can be understood if explained with their various aspects by the Lord Himself. Bhagavad-gita gives us the general and specific knowledge of the self. The living entities are part and parcel of the Lord, and therefore they are simply meant to serve the Lord. This consciousness is called Krishna consciousness. So, from the very beginning of life, one has to learn this Krishna consciousness, and thereby one may become fully Krishna conscious and act accordingly. Lust is only the perverted reflection of the love of God, which is naturally for every living entity. But if one is educated in Krishna consciousness from the very beginning, the natural love of God cannot deteriorate into lust. When love of God deteriorated into lust, it is very difficult to return to the normal condition. Nonetheless, Krishna consciousness is so powerful that even a late beginner can become a lover of God by following the regulative principle of devotional service. So, from any stage of life or from the time of understanding its urgency, one can begin regulating the senses in Krishna consciousness, devotional service of the Lord, and turn the lust into love of Godhead, the highest perfectional stage of human life. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Tapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Utapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Chagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Ushabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpadarubhesha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarani Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nitya-dāsa Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Most Krishna Namo Hare Krishna. Welcome to our Friday satsang. There is a few new devotees you can see. Actually, they can sit and can introduce yourself, where you come from, India especially, and your name.
My name is Rajendra.
Rajendra.
I'm coming from
Andhra Pradesh.
I'm working in Alcoa.
Welcome, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
I'm from Bangalore. My name is Sandeep.
Hare, welcome.
Hi.
And Mataji is also there is.
My name is Radhika. I'm from Bangalore.
Welcome.
Very good.
Hare. Also, we welcome Dr. Diwakar Prabhuji also. Yeah. Because many doctors when they coming, because the doctors are they treat for the body, but Krishna, where he give us teach for the spirit soul, where we get more enlightenment. And but still, this is material world. We need doctors.
Very good.
Yeah. We okay. Again, we'll welcome all new devotees, and we'll pray for them for their spiritual progress, and we'll pray to the Lord that He will give them more and more devotees association, and thereby they will develop Krishna consciousness and chant the holy name. We'll take shelter of the holy name and we'll chant the holy name 3 times. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Also, our all regular devotees, all devotees again and again comes, encourage us, because without devotees association is very difficult in this, especially in the age of Kali, very difficult. All are assembling here. Let us pray all ourselves to the holy name, that holy name will give us more and more opportunity to associate with the devotees, and we'll take share. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We all know Bhagavad-gita as it is, because especially we all are Indians. We have to know our scriptures. Because, other religion, they have one scriptures, but we have library of scriptures. It's not, it's so rich, our culture, our scriptures are very, very rich. But, we have Vedas, we have 4 Vedas, we have Upanishad. How many Upanishad? 108. And we have Puranas, Itihasas, 18 Puranas, Itihasas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, like that. And Bhagavad-gita finally. It is comes under Mahabharata. But Krishna is so merciful, even in this battlefield of Mahabharata, he will give Arjuna this Bhagavad-gita. He make Arjuna to bewildered and he Krishna want to give this Bhagavad-gita to Kali Yuga people, because after this the Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga going to come. He know that in Kali Yuga, age of Kali Yuga, it is full of fault. In this age, Kaler dosha nidhe rajan means it's astiya koi mahan means Kaler dosha. It means in this Kali Yuga, it's an ocean of fault. In this age of what we can do? We are helpless. But we took the human birth, which is very, very special again. But we are very, very helpless. That Krishna know that in the end of the Dwapara Yuga itself. That's what he make this all our scriptures into very, very condensed 700 slokas. Okay? He gives only 700 slokas. And even Srila Prabhupada write in the first sloka in this one, if you are reading all these other scriptures, you will get something more in this Bhagavad Gita 700 sloka, which is we will not find in any other scriptures, but you will find in Bhagavad Gita. And that is the important of this Bhagavad Gita. This read and learn the 700 slokas through a learned person. Again, when we ourselves read, we may understand, but we have to learn from a learned person. It is from a bona fide spiritual parampara. We have to understand, we have to learn, and we have to hear Shravanam, because that is the way of the spirituality, Shravanam and Kirtanam. We have to hear. And that's what our Srila Prabhupada is so merciful again. He comes in a Brahma Gaudiya Sampradaya, and he was so compassionate actually, but and taking of his spiritual master's instruction, he takes this movement to all over the world, especially Western world. That was the instruction he get from his spiritual master. It's the age of 69. He goes to yes. Nothing with him. Okay, he had only what we have had with him? Srimad Bhagavatam set of Bhagavatam. See, that's what I'm telling. And Prabhupada always tells that Bhagavatam was carrying him to the USA or Western countries. Not himself he was going. Bhagavatam was carrying him. And he has a truckload of Bhagavatam. And that Bhagavatam made him to spread this holy name, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita all over the world. And that is the mercy he was carrying of his Guru, spiritual master, as well as Parampara from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming. And that's what he was able to preach this Krishna consciousness all over the world and spread the importance of the chanting the holy name. And now we are actually studying here every day because Bhagavad Gita has 3 sections. First section is Karma Yoga, second section is the Bhakti Yoga, and then last one is Jnana Yoga, because Krishna keep Bhakti Yoga in the center, because it is very, very precious, Guhyam. It is very, very confidential. That's what he keeps in the center. And before that he gives Karma Yoga, and now we have that same chapter, Karma Yoga. We learning from last, now this is 41 sloka, means 40th sloka we learned already. And this has a section, we already every week we are telling there is 5 sections in this chapter. Sloka number 3.1 to 3.2, it is renunciation or work. And 3.3 to 3.9 is Nishkama Karma Yoga. And 3.10 to 3.16 from Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga. And 17 to 35 Nishkama Karma to set correct example. Now we are in the last part, and it is very, very important part. That is the 36 sloka number to 43. Beware of lust and anger. Beware of lust and anger. It's a warning. It is a warning. We have always lust and anger. And actually this started from sloka number 36. In the 36 sloka, Arjuna is asking a special question to means always already hearing Karma Yoga part, different part, Nishkama Karma Yoga and all. He is asking question. Atakena prayoktoyam papam charati purushaha. Anicham api varshneya balad eva niyojitaha. Balad eva means forcefully taking me. Means what descendant of Rishni, by what is one impelled to sinful act even unwillingly as he engaged by force. Means we don't want to do sinful act, still forcefully something is pushing us to do that sinful activity. We don't want to do, still it is happening. Why? How? And what is the reason? Then Krishna is explaining so nicely that he is telling sloka number 37, Kama esha krodha esha rajoguna samutkavaha mahashano mahapapmam vidyenam iha vairinam. See, he is telling iha vairinam, greatest enemy. Which is this greatest enemy? That is the lust, kama. Kama esha krodha esha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, if it is lust only, because Arjuna's question was that why we are again and again doing sinful activity, even unwillingly want to do. The baladeva niyojata, why forcefully we are doing. Krishna is telling it is because of lust, because it is lust only. Arjuna, which is born, and he is telling to Arjuna, it is born of contact with the material mode of passion and later transformed into wrath, and which is the all-devouring sinful enemy of this world. So devouring means it is very, very great sinful. That lust is the only making us to bind in this world. It is making us to do sinful activities again and again. And actually, what is this lust? Actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu nicely explains in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He is tell Atmendriya Priti Vancha Tare Bhale Kama Krishnendriya Priti Icha Dhare Prema Nam. Means Atmendriya Priti Icha means our engaging our senses, our means that Icha is the Kama. Means whatever activities doing for our own senses. Atmendriya Priti Vancha Tare Bale Kam. That is the lust. Lust means we are working for our own senses, our own body. That is the Kama. Krishnendriya Priti Icha. You have to have a desire to the serve of Krishna. That is the Premanam. Prem ka naam is desire to serve the Krishna. Krishnendriya Priti Icha Dhare Prema Nam. Means if you are serving to Krishna, that is the Prema. If you are serving to our own body, it is called lust. And that lust will take us to anger. If his lust is not fulfilled, we will get anger. Lust is fulfilled, we will become greedy. Like that it is goes, because we read that in the second chapter also, how lust is a problem for us. Lust, anger, like that, how we fall down. And further Krishna tells this is lust is the only reason, and then Krishna tells very nicely sloka number 38. Okay, 38. Krishna is telling it is 3 levels of lust. How lust covers in different levels. How lust is covered. Krishna giving an example. See, Krishna is, that's what I told, very compassionate and very, very knowledgeable. He want to give how to solve our problems. And lust, he is again telling it is in different level. If as fire is covered by smoke, first one, and as a mirror is covered by dust, or third one is embryo is covered by the womb. Okay, fire is covered by a smoke. Fire is covered by a smoke. Okay, that lust is the very easily we can remove. Just when fire is there, when smoke is there, just you put little air, you push, that air will go and you can see the fire. Same, because here we have Krishna Bhakti already within our heart, but at present it is covered. If you give little bit push or to that soul or that person and endeavor to do Krishna Bhakti, immediately we become Krishna consciousness. It is very easily possible who is covered with the smoke. And then he is telling mirror is covered by dust. A mirror is full of dust. It is takes some time to clean. And then it is telling the embryo. Okay, embryo is covered by womb. Womb is very, very difficult there. And that is the third part. But Prabhupada explains that smoke covered by, fire covered by smoke is human being. Human beings very easily can be Krishna consciousness. And then he is giving another example of bird, beasts, all are like mirror covered by dust. Then he is Prabhupada giving this tree, all these things, trees, all these plants, all creepers, they are like embryo covered in the womb. That is the 3 level of lust. And then I was hearing one nice lecture. There actually they are explaining like examples of 3 examples they are giving. One is Narad, another is Dhruva Maharaj, third one is Nalakuvara and Manigriva. Like when Narad, all these 3, Narad was the instructor for them. Okay. Now Prahlad Maharaj got this Krishna consciousness in the womb. Okay, because when Narad know that this boy is going to be a devotee of the Krishna. That's what when these demigods, they are taking Kayadu for the, after delivery, this boy took him to kill because they want him to be a demoniac person. That's what when they are going, Narada in between comes and he will take the Kayadu to his ashram. He convinced to these the devatas and he will take to his ashram. Where in his ashram, Narada was, in the ashram it was. He is giving him all this, the Bhagavatam, all the devotional service they were reciting. This baby was, in the womb, embryo was hearing all these Krishna conscious activities. Bhagavatam, Bhagavad-gita or Puranas. Because that is what in the, normally happens in the ashrams of Rishi Munis. Where he was, their Kayadu was in the ashram of Narad Muni. That means Narad, we all know that he is 24 hours Krishna consciousness. That way this boy was hearing, he become immediately Krishna consciousness. Okay? And even later on also, even Narad, when he come to this world and then mother go back to with the demoniac people. He is only one devotee there. All are demons there. But even because of this knowledge, which is Krishna Bhakti, spiritual knowledge, it was there, it is helped him. He was remembering that Krishna knowledge and he is always become Krishna's devotee and he always trying to give this Krishna consciousness even in the age of 5. He was telling, even his father was asking him many times, don't become devotee of a Krishna. But he was not listening. He was telling always Hari, Hari, Hari. And one time, even Hiranyakashipu asked him, where you get all this power? Because Hiranyakashipu was so much worried about this boy, because boy is now become devotee of Krishna. That time, he is telling, where you get this energy, same place, same source, I am also getting. That means Krishna is the source of all our energies. Okay? Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the all the reasons of all reasons. That's what Prahlad Maharaj is telling. Very small 5 years boy, he is telling same source where you are getting that Hiranyakashipu demoniac power, same place I am getting this simple devotional power. That's why he was explaining. Now second is Dhruva Maharaj. When Dhruva Maharaj, he was also 5-year-old. Okay, he is get insulted from his stepmother Suruchi. Suruchi was telling, because he wanted to sit lap of his father Uttanapada, then Suruchi was not allowing. She was just chastising him. She's telling, if you want to sit on your father's lap, you have to take birth in next life in my womb. She was telling, and then she was telling, also telling you have to go and do lot of austerity tapasya. From this tapasya, austerity, mercy, then only Lord will give, from Lord's mercy, you will take birth in my womb. She was telling him, means it is nothing but she was guiding him. And then he was very angry and he go to his mother. Mother also helpless because Suniti, she was very helpless. She was very devotee type of mother. But then this Suniti also tells, okay, you go to the forest anyway, your stepmother told, and search of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and ask him. Then he get that determination, very angry. In the age of 5, he traveled to forest, do tapasya. He don't know what to do. But he was so angry, He want to get that, that stepmother's words were so much irritating him. And then he goes to forest. Then in between comes, reason is there, Narad coming in between. And he is asking the boy, where are you going? Boy is telling, see, I am going to this way, tapasya, to find out the Lord. And Narad is so intelligent, he tells you, don't go to the forest, there is, animals are there, they may kill you, a lot of things, and you will get fear of this all animal like that. So he started to specify, but no, Narad, Dhruva Maharaj not here. See, if you know how to do this, find the Krishna, how to do find the Narayana, you teach me and tell me where is I can find the Krishna. If you don't know, you go away from me, from here. 5-year boy is so angry. Then Narada here, see, understand. See, the Prahlad Maharaj was in mode of Sattva-guna, because it is in Rishi Ashram, Sattva-guna. But he is now in the mode of passion. He is so angry, mode of passion, and he goes to then Narada Muni, now he understands the boy's determination, boy's sincerity, very so much determined. That's why when we are doing bhakti, we must be very, very determined. And that determination we have to see from Dhruva Maharaj. And he is not at all listening whatever things. Then Narad understand, yes, this boy will do something. Then he give him the process of devotional service and tapasya, how to do this tapasya. He will explain about how Narayana will be, how Krishna will be seen, that you have to read. And so nicely he will explain the form of Krishna there. And then boy will go and he will do the tapasya. See, when he is doing tapasya, when he started to do tapasya, first month he drinks water. See his determination, every 3 days once. Then he do again, second month, he take every 6 days once. That is only this grass and that also dried grass, leaf, like that, dry leaves. Every 6 days once. Then in the third month, every 6 days, 9 days once, he takes only air. Okay? He understand that now only by breathing he can stay. Means every 12 days once he is breathing. Then he stops even breathing. And he hold the breathing, and he will stand in one leg, that also one toe he stands. And he started the very serious tapasya. Whole world is become suffocating because of he is holding the why they unable to breathe. Again Devatas, they go to Vishnu and tell, go now. Otherwise this boy will not, they will ask to leave. Again Krishna comes there. When see, even end of this, his tapasya 6th month, he was seeing this Lord in his heart. He is actually seeing the Lord in his heart, that form. Then when it is Paramatma's, and when it is Krishna, Narayana come there, Lord was not, he unable to see the Lord. Because he is there in front. He was just open eye, then in front of there, Narayana is there. That is how Guru's mercy, that Narada's mercy, they become, and that is compared to dust on the mirror. It will take some time. Now if you have the smoke covered on the fire, it will take immediately. But if you have dust on the mirror, it will take some time. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells, Cheto Darpanamarjanam Bhava Maha Davagni Nirvapanam. This mirror of the heart we have to clean. Our Cheto Darpana is covered with the lot of kilometer of dust. We have to cleaning. How we can clean? Harinam Sankirtan. That is the glories of Harinam there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu telling. Only chanting this holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Only then we can clean our heart. Then Cheto Darpana Marjanam, Bhava Maha Davagni Nirvapanam. This fire of the material sense enjoyment existence where will be start to burn out. Like that it goes. And third one is now, it is lust covered, embryo covered on the womb. That is the example, that is third level of lust. Here, Krishna giving an example of Nalakuvara and Manigriva. We all know Nalakuvara and Manigriva because Damodar Ashtakam we read every year. This Nalakuvara and Manigriva, they were, in that when Narada going to meet, they were fully drunkard. They don't have his consciousness. And they were playing in the river with different opposite sex, without clothes. So much indulging with this intoxication. Especially in the Mandakini river. Narad passes this way. Then whoever other opposite sex girls, the other friends, they put their dress and they at least go hide from Narad. But these two, so much ignorant and so much indulged with the intoxication, and they stand in front of Narad and start to argue with him. Narad understand, for them nothing he can do. He has to take some more time they needed because they are in the mode of ignorance. So mode of passion is the Dhruva Maharaj, and mode of goodness is the Prahlad Maharaj. Here is the now mode of ignorance is who? Nalakuvara and Manigriva. Because whatever you say, they will not listen. It's not possible for him to immediately to give anything. Krishna consciousness not possible. He, as mercy, he cursed them, become a tree like that. Then they come on their consciousness and they beg to Narad. Narad tells, you go and stand at the Nanda Vrindavan, there as two trees. And they stand there, we all know that story, as Yamalarjuna trees. And then Krishna comes and delivers them. It took thousands of years for them. That's what Prabhupada also giving. Last, for this example of third degree of lust is trees. He has given him punishment as a tree, and they become trees for thousands of years. They are standing. When Krishna came, they started to get purified. Krishna was talking, different words in there. Nanda Maharaj's Mahal. They were listening. All these trees these also listening. They are listening, and they slowly getting purified. When time comes, Krishna deliver them. This is how that is the example, because all time for us also, to our rust or anything to remove, we need another person who is already knowledgeable person. Here example, that's what I give. Narada is the knowledgeable person. That's what we have. That's what Srila Prabhupada. For us, this Srila Prabhupada is our Shishya Guru, prominent Shishya Guru in the ISKCON. We are hearing his lectures. We are reading his books. We are so many things we are following what Prabhupada is given, and then his disciples are there where we can take direct guidance from them, because we need a guide to overcome the lust. Otherwise, it is not possible. Because Narad is there in their life, but our life also, we have all disciples of Srila Prabhupada, and not only disciples, Srila Prabhupada himself is present in books, because he is telling, I am always available in my books. You just have to read and understand. And that is the, I think I am going very long. And that is the shloka number 38. And 39 also, again, it is Krishna is telling, the wise living entity, pure consciousness, becomes covered by its eternal enemy in the form of lust, which is never satisfied and which is burns like fire. This lust, it is never satisfies. It is want again and again. And it is burns us like fire. And then 40th chapter, he is identifying, Krishna identifying where is the enemy, this devouring enemy is there. Lust is sitting. And there he is telling, the senses, the mind and the intelligence are the sitting place of this lust. 3 places. We have to find enemies. This is the greatest enemy, and they are present in the senses, and the mind, and in the intelligence. This last is our enemy. It is present in these 3 places. Now we have to conquer them. These 3 enemy place we have find out. Krishna is first identifying lust is the problem. Then he told different level. Then this is the devouring. It's like we want more and more. It's like fire. It will completely burn us. But now he is identifying places: senses, mind, and intelligence. These 3 places, lust is there. You that places now we have to conquer. Okay, like in enemies, like when there is fighting, war and all are going on, they will find nowadays you have drones. They will find out enemy where is hiding and they will shoot through drone nowadays. It's earlier we have to go with the army and all. Now it is no need. You can see Krishna is also showing us senses, mind and intelligence. Just you work on these 3 points and become. You can overcome this enemy, conquer the enemy. And this today is telling, this is one of the part is telling about the senses, how to conquer our senses, means where senses lust is sitting. Tasmat tvam indriyanado nyamya bharatarshava papmanam prajahi yenam jnana vijnana nashanam. Krishna is telling, therefore, O Arjuna, best of Bharata, in the very beginning, curb this great symbol of sin lust by regulating the senses. See, how much is telling? Regulating the senses and slay this destroyer of knowledge and self-realization. Means this lust, if it is that much, it will destroy our knowledge and our chance of self-realization. That's what we have to control the lust by regulating our senses. Now we'll see Prabhupada is nicely actually giving purport and he is giving some hopes and some for us to understand. Prabhupada is writing, if Lord advised Arjuna to regulate his senses from the very beginning so that he could curb the greatest sinful enemy, lust, which destroys the urge for self-realization and specific knowledge of the self. Because we don't have the knowledge. Even if you want to try to get knowledge, if you are lustful, it will be not possible. But how that Prabhupada further tells, only by regulating the senses. I will come back to the regulation, what we have to do. Prabhupada is writing, what is jnana and vijnana? Jnana refers to knowledge of the self as distinguished from non-self, or in other words, knowledge that the spirit soul is not the body. Because the knowledge that we are not this, we are not this. No, loudly we have to tell. We are not this body. Otherwise, we'll always tell we are body. We'll not tell, but we feel, we work on body, means sensual level. That is our body. Prabhupada is telling his lecture, he always tells, you are not this body. You are the spirit soul. That is what the knowledge we have to realize. Because that is the knowledge. Knowledge of understanding, I am not this body, I am the spirit soul. The difference between the body and the soul. And this is already Krishna is given us. Where? Already we studied. Second chapter. Shloka number 13 onwards. Krishna is preaching us about the difference between the body and the soul. Body is perishable. It is temporary. Soul is eternal. There is no death for the soul. But when in the body there is no soul, this is like just a dead body. Dead body, there is no soul. There is no consciousness. Soul is in the form of consciousness in our body. That's what I can speak now. If you don't have that consciousness, we can't speak. That's how that knowledge will be covered. If it is too much lustful, this knowledge of self is covered. And then Vijnana. Vijnana means specific knowledge of the spirit soul, constitutional position and its relation to the supreme soul. What is our constitutional position? Servant of Krishna. Part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna, where he is telling like this? Which shloka? 15th chapter, shloka number 7. Mama vansho jivaloke tata sanatanaha Sastani Prakriti Stani Karshati. Means there actually Krishna is telling we are all part and parcel of Krishna, but at present 6 senses, he is telling 5 senses and mind. He tells 5 senses and mind is covered at present. That's what we are unable to understand the soul, spirit soul. It is covered now. That's what Krishna is telling. You have to regulate your senses. He is not telling control, he is telling regulate your senses. That is about jnana and vijnana. Jnana means specific knowledge about body and the soul. And the vijnana means realized knowledge, which is knowledge. This is, we are part and parcel of Krishna. We are the servant of the Krishna. That shloka is there, which one? We are servant of Krishna. Jivera Swarupa hai Krishnera Nitya-dāsa. Okay, our Swarupa is the servant of Krishna. See, all the time we are the servant. Always we all servant. If you are not serving Krishna, we are going to serve our senses. That Prabhupada is always telling you are serving your dog. Okay, Prabhupada always tells. Prabhupada is very straightforward. See, dog means we get a little irritated. But Prabhupada is telling, if you are not serving, you are serving your dog. Why? Because he was preaching in USA. See, USA, most of the house they keep a dog to serve, to time pass. In the old age, there is no children are somewhere, no one is there. What to do? They have to serve either cat or dog. Means Prabhupada is telling her, you serve the dog or you serve a cat. That's what, because anyway there is this was the service. We will serve. One or other time we will serve. See, doctors, they will serve to the patient. And engineers also, they will serve. Father will serve to the family. Mother will serve to the family, children. Like that, something or we are serving. Dog, it is also serving to his master. Means you plants, trees, they are also serving. It's a mango tree. It's giving fruits. Mango trees don't want to take. It is so merciful. It will not eat mangoes, but it is given for us as a food. We want to survive, no? That's what mango gives. Mango tree for us. Sorry, food for us. This way, because the soul is the servant of Krishna. That is our constitutional position. But we at present we don't know, forget because of lust. That's what Krishna is telling. Because of lust, it is covered. This knowledge is covered. Jnana vijnana nashanam. Krishna is telling, if you are too much lustful, jnana vijnana nashanam. Then Prabhupada is giving an example of shloka that is from Bhagavatam 2.9.31. Here also Prabhupada is writing Jnanam Param Guhyam. See, this knowledge is very guhyam, very, very confidential. Knowledge of the soul and body, if you want to understand, differentiate, that is the very, very confidential, guhyam. Krishna explains in Bhagavad-gita 9.2. Okay? Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyakshagamam Dharmyam Susukam Kartum Avyayam. He is telling that Raja Vidyam Raja Guhyam. This knowledge of Bhagavad-gita is the Raja Vidya. It is a knowledge, king of knowledge, but it is Guhyam, confidential. So confidential, only a merciful, person, nobody will get this knowledge very easily. Only mercy from the Krishna. That's what Prabhuji was reading. Mercy of the Krishna you will only understand that knowledge, you will get that knowledge. Otherwise, very difficult. And you need a lot of punya, sukritis in the previous life, or from your father, mother, or from your association. You need a lot of sukriti. Otherwise, it is not, you will not get. That's what he is telling, guhyam. Jnanam param guhyam. The knowledge of the self and the supreme self is very confidential and mysterious. Also, it's mysterious, very difficult to understand. You know, we are telling soul. Can we see the soul?
Yes, we can see through the apparatus of knowledge.
Yes, that is the way of seeing. But otherwise, we don't know. We can't see because even but Bhagavad-gita giving size of the soul also. What is the size of the soul?
1 by 10,000 of tips of the hair.
Even the hair, you have to cut 10,000 parts. Tip of the hair. That is the size of the soul, and it is stay in the center part of our heart. But we can't see, but we can realize through consciousness. Okay, that is how we can see the soul, by consciousness. When we have consciousness, only we can talk, we can do activities. When that consciousness is not there, we are matter, dead matter. That is the science. Okay, and even this knowledge, which is knowledge, it is a true knowledge. It's absolute knowledge. This is already Vijnana, is realized knowledge. No need to do any, practical research. You just hear, apply. Our scriptural knowledge is already realized knowledge. You no need to realize. Again, you no need to study like jnanis. No need to research. You have to chant holy name, just chant the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. But such knowledge and specific realization can be understood if explained with their various aspects by the Lord Himself. See, it is Lord Himself has to explain this knowledge. And that's what Prabhupada writing Bhagavad-gita gives us that general and specific knowledge of the self. If you want to really understand about the knowledge of the self, go to the second chapter, sloka number 13 to 30. Krishna is, each step, different way Krishna explains about the self. The living entities are, now Prabhupada is writing, living entities are part and parcel of the Lord, and therefore they are simply meant to serve the Lord. We already discussed this one. We are simply meant to serve the Lord. Prabhupada's sentence we have to see. Simply means so simple, easily he is telling, simply meant to serve the Lord. This consciousness is called Krishna consciousness. If you understand that one, I am the part and parcel of Krishna, I am the servant of Krishna, and my duty is to serve Krishna. That is our constitutional position. That is called Krishna consciousness. Now, just hearing is enough? No, you have to apply. That is the point where we are lagging most of the time. Okay, we all Indians, we know Krishna consciousness, Bhagavad-gita and others, but we will not apply in our practical life. That is our problem. That's what further he is telling. That's what Krishna is telling. Curb this lust in the beginning itself. Okay? Because we have to, otherwise we cannot understand. This consciousness is called Krishna. So, from the very beginning from the very beginning of life, one has to learn this Krishna consciousness, and thereby one may become fully Krishna conscious and act accordingly. See, very beginning of the life, we have to start this Krishna consciousness, very beginning of life. Thereby means otherwise very difficult. Prabhupada, thereby one may become fully Krishna conscious and act accordingly. Now we all started our Krishna consciousness very late. But further he is giving us lot of promise and lot of what we call hope. Hope is giving. Prabhupada is writing, lust is only the perverted reflection of the love of God, which is natural for every living entity. That's what I discussed starting itself. Atmendriya Priti Vancha, Tare Bhale Kam, Krishnendriya Priti Icha, Dare Prema Nam. That's what, when we want to serve only your senses, that is the lust. If you want to serve to the Krishna, your desire is to serve the Krishna senses, that means it is love. That Nam is called love. But if one is educated in Krishna consciousness, from the very beginning, the natural love of God cannot be deteriorated into lust. Okay, Prabhupada is writing from the very beginning that natural love of God cannot deteriorate into lust. Prahlad Maharaj is also telling, what telling? Kaumaram acharate prajna dharmam bhagavata iham durlabam manusham janmam tadapi adurvam artadam. Okay, what Prahlad Maharaj is telling, Kaumaram acharate prajna means an intelligent person, he has to take this Krishna consciousness very beginning of the life. Now whose responsibility this one? Parents' responsibility. That means parents also become Krishna conscious. Their responsibility to make children Krishna conscious from the beginning. And then he is telling Durlabham Manusham Janmam. See, this form of human form where we are getting is very, very, very rare. 84 lakhs of species. Out of 84 one is the human form, and that is also rarely we are achieving. After achieving, if we are not become Krishna consciousness, then again 84 lakhs of, we don't know when we will get in human form. The scriptures are really making us to understand that human form is very, very durlabham manusham janam tabdabi adurvam means it is temporary. Then it is telling artadam. Artadam is very meaningful. Human form of life is very, very meaningful when you are become Krishna consciousness. When we are not become Krishna consciousness, you are, scriptures are telling, you are like animal. Dvipada Pashu. It is compared in the one shloka comes in Mahabharata. Ahara Nidra Bhaya Maitunam Cha Samanya Etad Pashubir Narananam Dharmohi Hitesham Adhiko Vishesha. Dharmena Hina Pashubir Samana. Dharmena Hina Pashubir. That is Dharma. Dharma means we are part and parcel of Krishna, we are servant of Krishna, served Krishna. That is the Dharma. And that if we are not doing, then we are Pashus, animals. See, this is what scriptures are really telling us, pointing, very, very pointing. Now what Prabhupada is giving us, we'll see. Now we don't have hope now because we are late starter. Because Prabhupada is telling very beginning that natural love of God cannot be deteriorated into lust. If you are not starting from the beginning, that will not be deteriorated. When love of God deteriorates into lust, it is very difficult to return to the normal condition. See, we all have an education system. Is this in the education system? It is teaching about self, about soul. No, this education is teaching about your well-being. Most of the time your well-being. How you become a rich man. Most of the time. How you should be satisfied in this life. That means nothing but his senses. You are satisfying your own body or your own relatives or your children's. This is what education is giving. Become a good person, you also less. There is moral subjects are there sometimes. Nowadays even that is also some places removed. And even earlier moral stories means it is from the scripture. Nowadays that is general moral stories. That is by normal person is done. Again it is not truth. Because whatever moral stories from the scripture, that is truth. Because this having means it is without 4 defects. We know that 4 defects. Whatever human do here, they do with that. We have 4 defects. That means it's not perfect. Whatever come from Krishna, that is perfect, absolute knowledge. And that knowledge we have to take. When love of God deteriorates into lust, it is very difficult to return to the normal condition. Nonetheless, Krishna consciousness is so powerful that even a late beginner can become a lover of God by following the regulative principle of devotional service. See, Prabhupada is giving us full hope, full promise. When love of God, nonetheless, Krishna consciousness is so powerful that even a late beginner can become a lover of God by following the regulative principle of devotional service. Now let us see what are the regulative principles we have. We have to follow. That's what, if you are not following the regulative principle, it is very difficult. Because we are, otherwise we are more and more sinful. You want to become more and pious, and then you have to follow the 4 regulative principles. What are the 4 regulative principles? Normally we know. But normally, before coming Krishna consciousness, even I don't know. Nobody teaches us. What is that? One is no meat eating. No meat eating. Inside that, no coffee tea. Okay? No intoxication. Second one. Then, no illicit sex. No gambling. These all are the 4 regulative principles. This is the 4th pillar of a dharma. Even if it is one is fallen, then that dharma is fallen. That is in the Bhagavatam says. Like when you are eating meat, that means compassion. Compassion will be lost in the society. If you eat meat, again I am telling, it is not that cutting an animal. Whoever eating, that person also responsible for that. Maybe will tell I am not killing that animal, but no. That is I am the part of that sinful life. Okay? Then second one is intoxication. When you are intoxication, what will happen? Austerity, your tapasya, power of concentration, confidence, this all be lost. When you are intoxication, anyone tried here intoxication? I tried. It is very, if you too much drink, you don't know what you are doing. You are like animal. You are not, you are human. You work like an animal. Your tapasya, austerity will be lost. You don't have that power of concentration. All these things will not come. See, nowadays, even this Pepsi or Cola or all these cold drinks, it is not good. This also having that caffeine. A lot of intoxication. Some people, they took lot of take this Pepsi, Cola, 7-Up, all this. And then finally, end of the day, they become sleepy. Even if they're reading, they will sleep.
Red Bull.
Very difficult. Red Bull, Prabhuji is telling. The name itself nice, Red Bull. Yeah. Like that, the intoxication, it is very, it will be lost. Austerity means second leg in the dharma's second leg is lost if it is intoxication, if you done. Then is the gambling. Gambling is truthfulness. When a gambler not to be truthful. If he is, I must be cheat. Okay? And if you are playing a gambling, that is called, you lose your truthfulness, your habit of truthfulness. Last one is illicit sex, cleanliness. Okay? Cleanly, you will be lost. Cleanliness, suchitvam. That's what this 4 regulative principle is so important. In the society, if you want compassion, people should be compassionate to each other if they are eating meat. Because at present, in the society, how many percent of maximum? 90% we can talk. More than 90 is all meat eaters. That means lost in the society compassion. Then comes to the truthfulness. Gambling. Everywhere is gambling. In the world is more, maximum people will play with gambling. And that is you lose your truthful habit of truth. You will not talk truthful. Then intoxication. You don't have, that's what I told, concentration. Children don't have concentration when reading. We don't have. And when illicit sex. This is another, it is everywhere in the society, they open the illicit sex areas. And that illicit sex makes what? Lost your cleanliness. You are, means cleanliness means you are not body. Internally you are not clean. Your consciousness, your thinking power, intelligence, everything will be lost. You will constantly think about that prostitute, about that act. You will be lost in the society. It's very, very difficult. At present, this is 4 is very prominent. In that age, what we have to do? That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He's telling Golokera Premadan, Hari Rama Sankirtan. This comes from Golok, and that is the Prem Kadan. That when you are chanting, you will become very, very peaceful and very, very happy. Ananda Ambudivardhan, that was we are talking. And regulative principle of devotion. And further regulative principle, one is 4 regulative principle we told. Then we have regulative principle of Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedam. This 9 process of devotional service always here. In that, you have important is Shravanam and Kirtanam. Here, see, hearing is the process. Even nowadays in the society, they will tell leadership. Best leadership is a hearing. Hearing person is a good leader. That is one of the character of that leader. They are telling if you are a good listener, will become a good leader. See, our scripture is telling from the beginning, you become a hear. Hear about Krishna, hear about the scripture, hear about the devotees of Krishna. Okay, then only you will understand that one. Because that is what Shravanam. When you are hearing scriptures, lectures, Krishna or holy name, slowly our lust will be purified. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Cheto Dharpana Marjanam. Your heart will start to purify. How? Don't know, but it will start to purify. And you see, people are so much good when they are following the Krishna consciousness. They are so much compassionate. And many of you can realize, I can realize that one, even in our office works, we can realize, they will ask how you are that much cool and calm. Even there is angry, there is a fighting, sometimes they are shouting. Krishna conscious person will not do like that. He know that this is not help him. He will be very good person. That's why Krishna conscious must everybody take to at least become a good citizen in the society. And that is what Prabhupada is writing. Follow the regulative principle of the devotional service. Another point is the parents. We must give Krishna conscious to children. It is very, very important. Beginning itself, we have to send them to Gurukul. That's what earlier. Now it is not Gurukul also. At least home we have to teach them Bhagavad-gita, Bhagavatam, and take them to association of the devotees. See, one purport you have to read from the Bhagavatam 1.12.30, where Prabhupada is writing very nicely about this education of the children, okay, system. And not only that, his own example he was giving. Prabhupada is writing there that in the starting itself, he got Krishna consciousness from his father. Father was so intelligent, he is telling father is given him all the Krishna consciousness. He given him a Radha Krishna's deity also. Then he was writing, after some years, when he went to school and college, he was not following what father was telling. He lost because of association of the devotees. Then he is writing, when he is become like age of like 20-25, mercy of his spiritual master, he got back that initial consciousness back, and it has helped him. That's what important is, that seed. Parents has to give the seed to the children. At least they have to give the seeds. In between they may here and there. Prabhupada is writing. But that seed will help them when they are in problematic condition in the later stage. They will understand that my father was doing, my parents are doing, he was taking my association to here and there. That will help to children. Yeah, that seed we have to put. Parents, important guide, not guide, purpose. No, I won't, anyway. Responsibility, sorry. Parents' responsibility to give Krishna consciousness to children. And Prabhupada is writing, so that late beginner can become a lover of God by following the regulative principle of the devotional service. One more we forget, chanting the holy name. Okay? That is very, very important. Beginning you have to chant the holy name. Once you chant the holy name, that's what again I am coming Chetodarpana Marjanam, you will be getting slowly purified. That's what here Prabhupada is telling, can become a lover of God by following the regulative principle of devotional service. So from any stage of life or from the time of understanding its urgency, Prabhupada is writing, urgency, one can begin regulating the senses in Krishna consciousness, devotional service of the Lord, and turn the lust into love of Godhead, the highest perfectional stage of human life. So much Prabhupada is nicely writing here. This we have to read, we have to realize, we have to apply, we have to chant the holy name at our home. Every time we have to remember the Lord. We have to read Bhagavad-gita. We have to, every day we have to read our scriptures. We have a lot of time. Again I am telling, we have a lot of time. If you are following the regulative principle of devotional service, you will get a lot of time. Okay, 8 hours we are going for the duty. Remaining 24 hours we not to sleep. Means 16 hours I am telling. Anyway, 8 hours we will sleep. Another 8 hours is there. Even this 8 hours of our office hours in Kuwait especially, we are very, most of the time, relaxed job. I don't know labor job, but most of the time it is relaxed job. This relaxed job also we can study something, Rather than talking to each other something, we can talk about Krishna. About I learned this today, I read this today. If you are talking to another your colleague, he will also get inspired. And sometimes they will ask how you will be very calm, cool, you will not get anger. Then we have an opportunity to explain them what Krishna consciousness is helping. And that's what Prabhupada is telling, and they turn the lust into love, Godhead, the highest perfect stage of human life. Today he is telling we have to curb the senses in the beginning. Okay, this lust we have to curb in the beginning. Then only it is very, very helpful. How it is? By regulative principle of devotional service. Regulative principle of devotional service. That is the Krishna is giving us how to curb engage the senses in the devotional service. He found that enemy is reside in the sense, and then mind, then intelligence. Because next sloka it is mind and intelligence is explained. I don't want to tell about that much, because next sloka it is explained mind and intelligence. To senses first we have to regulate by regulative principle. See, very difficult to control your mind or intelligence, but easy to senses, because we can see our senses, we can feel our senses. We can't see our mind. We can see our mind, but it will take us anywhere. Okay, but senses we can see. That's what senses we have to engage. We have to hand our engage to do the devotional service. To speech, we have to engage to always speak about the Krishna. Then different senses, all senses, even sexual senses, we have to get a devotee child. Our consciousness should be getting a devotee child. I am you using this your sexual sense. All senses we can use for the legs. We can use for the coming to here. We are using our feet and we are coming. No, it is all senses where we can use for the Krishna's purpose. That's what Rupa Goswami is telling. Vacho vegam, manaso krodha vegam, jubha vegam, udaropastha vegam, yetan vegam, vishaheta dhiram. Vishaheta, you should be dhiram. Dhiram means you should be a sober person. Vishaheta means it should be tolerant. You have to tolerate urges of senses. Means vacho vegam means your speech. You have to tolerate your speech. Mind's demand. You have to tolerate your mind's demand. Then krodha, anger. Activities, from the anger comes different activities. That you have to tolerate. Then juha vegam, your tongue. Another problem. You want to eat anything, you know, you can see everything is available in this world. That's what I told you. You have to become not to eat meat. Any other vegetables are good, but meat is not good, including onion, garlic. That we'll talk later on. Because it is a vegetable, but because we want to become a sattva guna. Some vegetables are not in the mode of sattva guna. They take us to rajo to tamo. This onion, garlic will take us to rajo to tamo, not take us to sattva guna. That's what we avoid, that one. And that's what it is telling. Sarvam api yam prithvim cha shishyate. Who can control this, all the senses, urges of the senses, he can able to do devotees all over the world. That's what Prabhupada did. He has control of all his senses. You just see, he speaks only Krishna consciousness. His interviews, whatever is there, even a person is not Krishna conscious, his interview is straightforward, Krishna conscious interview. And about prasadam, tongue, always he will use. Everything he used for the Krishna consciousness. That's what he was able to conquer the all over the world with the Krishna consciousness. 108 temple he established. He went all over the world, 14 rounds. He given Krishna conscious, tried his best, and his disciples, we are all taking. We have to be very, very indebted to the Srila Prabhupada. Without, if Srila Prabhupada was not there, we are not here. Even whatever I am talking, it's from Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.